Hi everybody, it's Leemus here from Not a Sidekick Productions. Here with a brand new show for you that I'm going to start trying out to do. This will be the first episode of what we're going to call Previously On. So the way it's going to work is going to try to be a weekly thing, and every week just kind of go through and catch you guys up on what I've been up to during the week or in the future. If I have Dachi or Pinky Pop or any of the others join me on this. We'll try to do some and get some more people involved and stuff. But basically, it's just an opportunity for you guys to kind of get to know us better and know a little more of what's going on in our day to day. And going to talk about what we've been doing during that week. If we've watched anything real exciting, new, like new movies or new shows or new YouTube videos, maybe we want to give a shout out to new games we've been playing. We'll talk about if we've been reading anything, any new good books or comics. And then I'll go over kind of similar to one of the videos I did on my Lee Zephyr YouTube channel, like any purchases, like if we got really cool collectible stuff or any impulse buys, just some stuff that we bought to share with you guys. And then what we're looking forward to for the next week, maybe. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak preview to what may be on next week's Previously On. So that's how that's going to work. And today it's just me, but we know we've been a little bit shy on content here lately, and so I just wanted to get something out for you guys. We are working really hard. I've been doing a lot of overtime and stuff at work, so it's just been kind of chaotic trying to find a way to fit in the schedule and get some more content out, but we are working on it, and we are hoping to actually to get a lot of recording done this week. We got a little bit of some open time, open space coming up, and a lot of big plans, big ideas for the horizon for you guys. So please stick with us. Still spread the word and try to help us spread our wings a little bit here, and hopefully this will be a great venture for everybody involved. So for starters, let's just dive right in. I'm just going to give you guys kind of a synopsis of how my week's been. What I've been doing. I'm obviously shaved. Those of you who've been following along. Every now and then, I can't stand being without a beard, and it as you can see, it looks different. It feels a lot different. But two things. First, if you have followed some of the more recent videos, you notice it's getting a bit bushy, getting a bit wild there, and just with work and everything, I hadn't had a chance to really get it trimmed down, and there were spots that was kind of aggravating me, especially where it's summertime. It's really hot to have a beard that big, that thick and stuff, and so I needed to trim up for the summertime and just to kind of give it a chance to kind of grow back in a little bit more even and maintain there. So that happened recently. I've been doing a lot of working, like I said, doing some overtime and stuff at work, trying to get some good hours in. I know last week, I don't remember the day. I'm going to try to start keeping a better like journal kind of thing of what I've been up to. But I know last week, sometime it was last Saturday, last Friday. It was last Friday, I believe, or Thursday. Last Thursday or Friday. My mom and dad, who again, if you followed some of the other videos of the other YouTube channel, you know they live up north, about 2.5 hours north of here. And we usually see them maybe 2 or 3 times. We'll try to go maybe 3, 4 times out of the year that we'll try to go up there, and then they try to come down here 3 or 4 times out of the year. So, but they was just on their way back from Tennessee. They went down to Tennessee to do vacation and had to go back north and had to pass right through here. So they wanted to get together and go out to eat and stuff. So what we did is after I got off work, I picked up the wife, and then we went and had some Taco Bell and got to see Dad, Mom, Grandma, and brother was also there. And we got to eat some Taco Bell and all visit and stuff. It was real nice, which actually reminds me, I got more merch to show you eventually that I did not get in here. So whenever the merch time comes, remind me and I'll show you that. But Dad and them had gotten us some souvenirs while they was up there in Tennessee, or down there in Tennessee. I guess they're south of us. So down in Tennessee, and we got to visit. It was a real nice visit. We ended up going here where we live, they just had a new store. I don't know how new it is. It's been around maybe about a year, since last year at least. But it's called Sweeties, and it's like an ice cream dessert shop. And they make like the really big milkshakes with like cakes on them or donuts on them and stuff. And so we went there to get dessert because none of us had been. And even though like me and the wife live here, we still hadn't gotten a chance to get around to going to it. And so, since families and stuff, we made a trip and went there. Hiccups. But we ended up getting, me and her ended up splitting a milkshake. We got the cotton candy twist, I think. And it was like a big cotton candy looking milkshake. For whatever reason, at the time I didn't think to take a picture or video of it, but I'll try to get better about that. So you guys, next time we go back, and there will be a next time, it was good. I'll have to make sure to get you guys some videos and pictures. But yeah, really good. Brother got a donut sundae milkshake type thing. And then I do not remember what mom and dad got. Mom got something with a big brownie on it, like a big brownie fudge sundae thing. But it was really good. It all tasted really good. And again, it was about the company, right? It was about the visit and the company, and all that was great. And then after that, other than that, I've been doing more book work. Speaking of the Lee's Ever book channel, I've been trying to get back into the book thing. It's been a while. I know it's been quite a bit since I've really gotten to really start working on any book stuff. And so one thing that I've done this week, or it's earlier this week, I had a whole epiphany for book related idea wise. I was struggling to figure out which project I wanted to really put my time and energy into. My problem, I have this problem as an author, and I don't know if there's any fellow authors out there that's watching this, or writers, or even just creators in general, any kind of artistic creator, whether it be art or music or acting or writing. Send off in the comments if you have this problem or if it's just me. But I'll have a really good idea for a story or a book that I want to write. Or that I want to plan out. And so I'll start writing it. And I'll get like a couple chapters in, or a couple paragraphs in, or a good little 2 or 3 pages in, whatever percentage I'll get in so far. And then, I got to go to work or something, I just have to take a step away from it. And then I'll see something, hear something, think of something. I'll be like, oh, this would be an awesome idea for a story. And then I just start writing that. And I do it the same way as I do, that kind of leave the other one over here, half started, half finished kind of thing. So, and I've done that ever since when I first started writing back in like elementary school, middle school type stuff, when I was doing short stories and trying to write books and wanted to be an author stuff. So I've got a lot of big ideas and big, I don't want to say franchises. Franchise is the wrong word. Series, like series ideas and novels and novellas, different stories and stuff that I have a lot of good ideas that some of them I've already started. I've got a bunch of half-started stories like that I'd started back in high school or something that if I did some editing and work up on would make great books now, I feel like. And then I've got a lot of ideas for books that I've not actually put pen to paper yet, but that I plan on, like I definitely plan on, that I think would be a lot of fun. So I was struggling, I kind of wanted something to kind of help motivate me on what direction and path to take with that. So what I did is I comprised a list of titles for these books, whether they be partially started or half started. Sorry, my computer's being wacky here. My account is over quota. That's okay. That's okay. We got plenty of room here on the hard drive. No worries. As Amazon Photos, I guess, was telling me I didn't have enough space to upload. I don't know. These are the funs. These are the perks. We're only professionals here. We're not sidekicks over here. Okay. No, this isn't sidekick level recording quality stuff. Only the best. So the So what I did is I comprised a list of titles, of book titles, and put them into a survey thing, like a little poll, and ask people based on the title alone. No clues. Your only clue to what kind of genre or what the story may be about is the title. Like I didn't put anything. Most of these people voting have no idea what these stories or ideas are about, or what these books are about, or what they're, what they might be about. So they're just voting solely on the title, which to me, it's a good exercise in not only does it help me kind of, see, get an idea of kind of something that I can just say, okay, well, this is what they voted for. This is what I'm going to focus on and stick to until it's done. Get a book done, get another one out there. But also, it lets me know what kind of titles that people like. It lets me know which ones are the more popular titles that, without having any genre clues, just based on the title, people are drawn to. Because when you see a book on a shelf, or even when you're scrolling online, the first thing you're going to notice is the cover and the title. The title is a big thing, in my opinion, as well as the cover. It all has to come together. Um, but an interesting title, or a eye-catching title, I think is everything. I think it's very important. Uh, and so that's why I've done the experiment, and the idea was to run it to May 1st, which is today. I may let it continue on just through today, and then officially start tomorrow. My only reason for that is right now there's kind of a tie going on between two of them. So we'll see which one, see if one of those wins out, or see if a different one, Dark Horse, comes out and wins. But so I've got that going on. But in the meantime, I did end up typing like the first couple paragraphs, opening scenes, if you will, of two of my planned projects that have been in the works and that I've been planning on, and two of the ones that's kind of high on the votes already, the title votes. Just because I just wanted to get it out there, and get an idea of what it would look like, or how it would feel to work on one of those two. And that, like I said, even if whichever one wins the vote, whatever book title wins the vote, that doesn't mean that the other titles are not going to be made in books. Wholeheartedly, all 12 of the ones I put up there are ones I want to make and publish and put out there. This is just helping me know which one is going to come first, which ones will come first, second, kind of which order to do them in. Other than that, the only other thing that I've been doing this week is fighting allergies, which is, it's that time of year. It's a fun time of year. You gotta love it. Gotta love allergy season. I do love spring. I appreciate spring for what it is. Flowers and greenery, and you got Easter, which is great. You've got so many fantastic things, but pollen and allergies is not one of them. I have the worst allergies and sinus, and it's constantly this like tickle in the back of my throat, which now that I'm talking about it, of course, it's just this constant irritation kind of thing. Like, it's nothing that's so overwhelming, but it's just an annoyance more than anything. So definitely, if anybody's struggling with that, knows what I'm talking about. So speaking of, I don't know what speaking of allergies, I don't know how this transition works. It's a terrible transition, but we're professionals here. Eating. So what we've been eating, I just popped a cough drop, which is not really an eating, but eating. So I did want to talk to you guys. Again, where I wanted to do this, and I've not kept as good a track of anything new that I've had, other than obviously we did have the new milkshake that I told you about, which was really good. It was actually a lot better than I thought it would be. I was a little nervous because I like cotton candy, but I didn't know how well it would mix with like ice cream or a milkshake variety. It was pretty good. It actually went pretty well together. It was like a real tame cotton candy taste. Like, I was really afraid it'd be overpoweringly sweet. But it wasn't. It was actually really good, and I really enjoyed it. Other than that, one thing we've been doing, because I've been trying to eat healthier, trying to start losing weight. Now, I've not been doing great on that, but I'm starting to get there. I'm starting it, eating more sandwiches, like sandwich meat type stuff at work, and then at home, 2 times this week, we have had grilled chicken and rice, because I know it's supposed to be a lot healthier, especially the grilled chicken, as opposed to like fried. or breaded chicken. And then rice is obviously always usually a pretty good healthy alternative. Um, Now, earlier this week, we had, because my wife, as some of you may or may not know again, with previous videos, is currently pregnant. We're actually 17 weeks yesterday, so we're very excited about that. That's a big thing. Look forward to. But one thing she'd really been wanting and craving was deviled eggs, and which me and her both love deviled eggs anyways, like even even outside of the pregnancy. But she definitely had really been wanting deviled eggs really bad. So I made some homemade deviled eggs, and I make mine a little bit different than most people, I feel like, which I like all kinds of deviled eggs. I've had them made differently by probably everybody that I think's ever made them. My mother-in-law makes them differently than my stepmom. My stepmom makes them differently than I do. My grandma makes them differently than me, and it's just a circle. I don't know that I've ever had two. I don't know that I've ever had deviled eggs from two different people where it was ever the same, which is not a bad thing because it's still good. It's always good. Like none of them are like the wrong way to make it. There's no wrong way for me anyway so far to make a deviled egg. It's just always different, which is kind of a fun thing to me. Even when I make them, sometimes I make it different than I did the first time. I like trying different seasonings and flavors with it. So this time around, I made it pretty basic the way I would normally make it. Boil the eggs, scoop it out, the yolk and stuff, and then mix mayonnaise, mustard, and then I put like onions and bacon bits in mine. Mix all that together, put it back in the eggs, douse it with some paprika. It was delicious, incredibly awesome. There was none left by the next day. Like we devoured them. I think we had like 10, 11 deviled eggs, and they were gone by the next day. And then the rice. So the first time, the grilled chicken, it's a Kroger brand grilled chicken, frozen grilled chicken, but they're really good and taste great. You pop them in the oven for 20 minutes. You flip them over halfway through. In about 10 minutes, I flip them over. I salt and peppered them, and then we have this, I think it's Texas barbecue seasoning. And I just, sprinkled a little bit of barbecue seasoning on there. Flip it, salt, pepper, a little bit of barbecue seasoning, and pop it in the oven for about 20 minutes, and it was delicious. And then the first time when we had the deviled eggs and that chicken, I'd gotten Rice-A-Roni brand, but it was a microwavable rice. I think it was herbs and butter. It was okay. I'm not a big fan of microwavable rice, not hardly at all. And every time I see a new flavor or a new brand, I'm like, well, I'll try it because if it's good, it's convenient to just pop it in the microwave for 90 seconds. But I've yet to find one that doesn't taste, like it was cooked in a microwave, which I understand what I'm saying. But if you could get that stovetop rice taste in a microwave, it'd be great. But I do have a picture of that. Now, granted, the goal is once I get better at editing, I can just insert it into the actual video. Not quite there yet. Still working on the editing stuff, but, stay patient with us. That'll be something you can see evolve and grow over time. But I do have a picture of it on my phone here. Yeah, so you can see the deviled eggs there, the grilled chicken, the rice. It was really good. Really, really good. Now, last night, so we had a little bit more of the grilled chicken up there, but we wanted to try. I had gotten a while back and hadn't got to try it yet. I bought Italian seasoning and lemon pepper seasoning. So we really want to try that lemon pepper seasoning. Lemon pepper chicken is really good. We really like it. So I used that seasoning last night to grill the chicken, and as always, amazing. The lemon pepper seasoning was perfect. For the rice this time, we did use one of the box rices instead of the microwave rices, which we've had before, but it's so good. And I believe it's also Rice-A-Roni brand, but it's buffalo rice. It's got like like your buffalo sauce, buffalo chicken sauce, and it's so good. And it went so well with the chicken. especially after I chopped up some green onions and put in there, because what goes better with buffalo, anything other than green onions, and green onions goes great with anything, to be honest, too. It would have been fine either way. But made the buffalo rice, chopped up some green onions, mixed in there. That was delicious. Had the lemon pepper chicken, and my wife, one of her favorite things is, and she's incredible at making it, is the Jif cornbread muffins. So it's a fun little team cooking effort. So while I'm getting the rice together, getting the throwing the chicken in the oven, she's over there mixing up the batter and stuff, and then carefully, measuring out and doing the putting the little foil cups in the cupcake pan or muffin pan to make us some Jif cornbread muffins. Uh, Me personally, I'm one of the people that can eat cornbread either way. I can eat the sweet cornbread, the Jif sweet cornbread, or I can eat regular, just old fashioned cornbread. I know she is a big fan of the sweet cornbread, but either way works for me, and it just means that she's awesome at cooking those, and it goes great with chicken and rice. So that was last night's dinner. I don't have any pictures of that because as soon as it got done, we started eating, and I was halfway through eating my meal, and I was like, man, I probably should have taken a picture for that. But y'all just going to have to imagine in your heads for now. You're just going to have to daydream about it, okay? Um, Other than that, a couple new snacks that I tried this week I got for work. I got at the dollar store up the road in their healthy section. Like I said, I'm trying to get healthier snacks and healthier alternatives. And they had these like gluten-free, like low-calorie, low-carb or carb-free something. Pork rinds is like the pork rinds, pig skins, wherever you're from, whatever you want to call it. But they were Chipotle barbecue. And they were super good, but man, they were spicy. Like I was only able to eat like 2 or 3 at a time, and then I have to like wait a few minutes because there was so much seasoning on it. But it was good. It was, if you like hot and spicy, which I do. The problem is, I'm turning 30 soon, and my body doesn't really like spicy in big waves like it used to. I just can't handle it like I used to. So there's that. Aside from that, also speaking of spicy, because apparently I love torturing myself. I know good and well that my body can't handle it, but it just tastes so good. I like veggie straws. I'm a big fan of the veggie straw snacks, and I've had the regular flavor, and then I like there's regular sea salt or whatever it is, and then I think I've had the cheddar maybe. But they had 2 new ones. They had Zesty Ranch and Flamin' Hot, and I tried both of those. They were both really good. Flamin' Hot, as you would expect, was pretty spicy, pretty hot. It's like the dust you see on Flamin' Hot Cheetos, or they've got Flamin' Hot Funyuns now. They got Flamin' Hot everything now. But on the veggie straws, it was good. It was plenty good. I did kind of like the Zesty Ranch better just because, A, it was a little less spicy, so I could eat more at a time. But also, it just had a nice kick to it, and it mixed well with that kind of subtle hint of veggie with the veggie straws. So that's all I can remember on the food section. So we're going to move into what I've been playing. Been getting back into Animal Crossing a little bit. Me and the wife was real big into it last year and played all the way up through. And recently, because where the game had kind of gotten a little bit stale with updates, and I had just gotten kind of stale with it, I had the bright idea to, hey, I'm just going to restart my island. I'm just going to start all the way over. Part of me regrets it. Part of me is like, I've got more to do now. So I've been trying to catch back up and reshape my new island how I want it. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of phone games. So I've got this new phone that Dad had given me for like a birthday thing, and or maybe late Christmas, I don't know, but it was one of his old phones, and so I got this phone, and it's a lot nicer. My old phone it had no storage space whatsoever. Any games I did get on the old phone that I could fit on there storage-wise, it lagged and glitched and was just not good. It was just super buggy. Now, this new one is, it's nice because it's got tons of space. tons of space, nice big screen, and excellent for like phone games. So because of my excitement for Pokemon Snap coming out this week, been in a real big Pokemon mood. As you know from our first video, our first podcast, we like Pokemon around here. So I downloaded a game called Pokemon Quest, where they're like little blocky, Minecrafty looking Pokemon. It's a cute little game. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The other one I downloaded Pokemon wise was Pokemon Cafe, and it's kind of like a little puzzle game where you gotta connect so many in a row, and then you unlock stuff for this cafe and you get little power ups. And so I've been playing that. Both of those are really fun. So yeah, I've been playing some Pokemon games, phone games, some Animal Crossing New Horizons. I think that's it. I played some Halo last week. It's been a long. I used to be a big Halo person. Me and my brother and wife and my buddies and stuff. Dachi, that you know from the channel. Pinky Pop, that you know from the channel. All of us used to be back in school and growing up and stuff on the original Xbox and the Xbox 360. We all played Halo all the time. Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach. We loved playing it. And so recently started getting back into the Master Chief Collection, which they have on Xbox One. So we played some of that. Hopefully, eventually we'll have some videos of that to share with you guys. We had some fun on that. I'm going to try to maybe work some more videos out of it if we can. So next I'm going to move on to what we've been watching. I'm going to try to move along here through these a little bit quicker today. But this is kind of the biggest section of the week because, you know, I'm a big movie TV guy. And so we do a lot of watching shows and movies. So first thing I want to talk about is last night we watched the finale to Amazon Prime's Invincible, which is based on the Robert Kirkman comic of the same name. Show is amazing. It has been amazing. But that finale, dude. No, I'm not going to give any spoilers away. I'm just going to let you guys know that it's incredible. It's definitely not for kids. It's a cartoon, superhero cartoon, but it's definitely not for kids. It's more of an adult themed. It's kind of like if you've seen Amazon's The Boys, which is also a superhero show that's definitely more aimed for adults. It's kind of like The Boys, but in an animated form. A little bit less, in some areas, explicit, but it's just, I kind of like Invincible better. Like, I like The Boys, but it's just Invincible, it just pulled you in, and each episode it left you, like, just waiting for the next episode. And this finale, man, it was insane. So insane. Super good show. Great voice cast. Steven Yeun, who plays the main character in it, is on a roll this year, in my opinion. He was in Minari, which I think came out earlier this year or even late last year, but we didn't get to watch it till this year. I think it came out like more of a wide release this year, but it's a really good movie. If you've not seen it, it's a live action movie with him in it, and it's actually up for a lot of Oscars right now. He does amazing in it. He's done amazing voice work in Invincible, so that's really awesome. Keeping with the Pokemon theme, we've been trying to catch up on Pokemon Journeys, which is on Netflix. It's like a new series. It's a new kind of take on the whole Ash and Pikachu and Pokemon kind of world and animated series. We had watched season 1 and I think a good portion of 2 a while back, but they're all already up to season 4 now. But we're trying to get through and get caught up and get caught up on those, and it's been really good so far. I really, really enjoy it. We watched, so we was in a bit of a nostalgic mood. Me and my wife are both 90s kids. I was born in 91. She was born in 94. Grew up in the 90s and early 2000s and stuff with a lot of our youth and a lot of the impact on us. So we do get nostalgic. And when we do, we're like, okay, we're going to watch some nostalgic, like, we're going to do like a little mini marathon and just watch nothing but nostalgic stuff or stuff related to that. So we usually watch a lot of YouTube, like old school, old 90s and 2000s music videos or like commercials you can find on YouTube. And Um, it was her turn to pick the movie. We always take turns on whoever picked a movie last gets to pick the movie next. So on Disney Plus, she chose Baby's Day Out, which is a 1994, I believe, movie. It's 20th Century Fox, but Disney acquired Fox and it's got a lot of those movies on there. And I had actually never seen this movie until maybe last year, year before last. She introduced me to it. I had never heard of it, hadn't seen it, didn't know about it, but it was apparently one of her favorites growing up. Like she adores the movie, and it is a really good movie. It's a very heartwarming, kind of feel good, kind of very of the '90s, kind of this some of the slapstick comedy and zaniness of it, but that's kind of what you want, right? I mean, when you're in a nostalgic mood and you're wanting a movie like that, it fits the bill perfectly. Uh, we also watched the documentary on Netflix called The Last Blockbuster. I have a lot of fond memories of Blockbuster growing up. A lot of fond memories of my dad and brother going there. Uh, After our first mom died and passed away whenever I was 8 and my brother was 5, we moved in with my grandma and grandpa. And so a lot of times, and we stayed there, and it was a whole process of kind of adjusting. It was an adjustment, I guess I would say. And one of the things I remember that we did, one of my memories and like bonding things that we really did, me, my dad, and brother together, was he would take us to Blockbuster every week or every other week, and it was just super awesome. And the memories of it is great. I know there's a lot of people that have a lot of fond memories with the old video stores and stuff, but it is definitely one that I cherish because I remember it back in those days. Dad would take me and my brother on a weekend or something after he got off work, and he'd say, "Okay, pick you out a game or two or a movie or two, and we'll take it home." And they're back to Grandma and Grandpa's, and which was home at the time, and we'll watch, play whatever you want and stuff, and we'd run around, and we'd be in there for a little while because we just run around and enjoy in the moment. And normally the first place we hit was the Nintendo 64 section. That was mine and my brother's go-to. And as I was telling a buddy of mine at work this week, it gave us a chance to check out a lot of games that you guys may or may not have heard of. I know a lot of people I've talked to look at me like I'm crazy when I talk about these games, but they were some of our favorites because we hadn't heard of them either, but they were there at Blockbuster and they looked interesting, so we'd rent it for a week and then find out. But an old game called Clay Fighter 64, which was like this really over-the-top crazy fighting game. You had like Booger Man, you had Earthworm Jim, you had this Laffy Taffy guy, you had a like Snowman guy. Like I remember vaguely some of these characters, but it was a lot of fun. And like we used to be obsessed with that fighting game, and I don't know why. It was so silly and cartoony and ridiculous. But we really liked that one, and that's one that a lot of people I've talked to have never heard of it. Don't even know what I'm talking about. Blues Brothers 2000 had a video game on 64. The infamous Blues Brothers movie, and so that was another one we used to get a lot and play a lot. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, we would get games like that, or get a Mario game or Mario Party or something, Donkey Kong, and then we'd get a movie, pick out a movie, go find us like a Batman movie or a Disney movie that we didn't already have, and then go up there and they do the whole, this is due back by this date, this one's due back by here, bring the game back at this time, and we'd go back to my grandparents, and then we would just go through them. What if we had movies, and me, dad, and brother, and all this, we'd sit there and watch these things, or we'd sit and play the game together. It was just a really sweet kind of bonding, cherished memories. Um, but so I'll say all that as a bit of a side tangent there, but we're professional. And so the last Blockbuster was a documentary about the literal last Blockbuster that's over in, I think, Oregon. Bend, Oregon is where it's at. And it was really interesting. It was a real nice documentary. You got to see a lot of how it came to be in the first place, the events that led to it, all the other stores closing down. You got to see how the last one surviving is doing and how their day-to-day is. And it was just really heartwarming and really kind of nice in a way. Sad because they're all gone but one, but nice to see that one is still there and to kind of take a trip down nostalgia lane. The only other movie was we watched a new movie on Netflix called Penguin Bloom, and it was really sweet, really kind of heartwarming, like movie with Naomi Watts and Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead. It's just a really sweet movie. This family takes care of this little bird, nursing it back to health, and meanwhile the mom is struggling with stuff that's going on that I don't want to spoil, but and through taking care of the bird and trying to help it, the family kind of heals themselves. And it's just a really sweet, heartwarming movie. Like I said, great performances all the way around, acting wise, and just one of those movies that you just watch and it just leaves you feeling comforted and just feeling better about everything, you know. And so it was really good. Other than that, we've been watching a lot of TikTok. It's a guilty confession. But me and the wife are Vine people. We're big Vine people. We love the old school Vines. And so we fought really hard on this TikTok thing. I'm like, it's not Vine. I was one of those people. I'm like, it's not Vine, so. And don't get me wrong, I still argue that some of the classic iconic Vines are still better. But I've installed TikTok. I'm not making no TikToks. But just watching them. It's just some of them are funny, especially the animal ones. We love watching the animal ones. I like watching the cooking ones or like the art ones. All of those are really cool. So next, I've not really been reading anything this week. I was going to talk about reading in this area, but I've not read anything this week because I've been working on book stuff. The last week, I started my Loki book that I had showed you guys in the book haul video I did on the Lee Zephyr channel. And it's really good so far. It's really good. I just, with between work and everything else going on this week, trying to do book stuff, I got real sidetracked and I haven't read anything. Confession. Purchases. Here's the fun part that we're going to go over. So, first things first. I do have some of these right here with me. First things first, I found for $4 at the Dollar General the 1930s King Kong with an awesome cover. And it's a Blu-ray disc. And it comes with all these special features. And really awesome there. But here's my biggest selling point. It has like a little behind the scenes booklet and like old school pictures and stuff from the movie, and yeah, this whole thing here. And like for $4 I'm getting the Blu-ray with all the special features, 1930s, and this awesome looking old school booklet in there. I mean, that's a collector piece right there. That's awesome. As a big fan of old school sci-fi and monster movies, as you also know from the second podcast that we did talking about Kong versus Godzilla, Godzilla versus Kong. So that one was one I had to get. Another thing we got is, so for the baby coming soon, me and the wife have decided on a nursery theme of Pokemon. We're both big Pokemon fans, and we just think it's really cute. It's a nice kind of gender neutral type thing. And we had talked about several different ideas, and that was the one that she really liked and really leaned towards. And of course, I definitely supported it. So we got a couple books online for the baby and for the nursery that are a bit Pokemon themed. But so in our childhood, again, being 90s and 2000s kid, a very big name when it came to kids' books was Little Golden Books, which are these books that have this gold like stripping on the side, as you will see right here. And so we got two of these. We've got A Friend Like Pikachu, which is just a really cute little book there. You know, just see, it's a little papery book, little Charmander and Squirtle, if I can get it here. And then we also got another little golden book, this Pokemon theme, but this one is the ABC book. It's a little ABC golden book, Pokemon book. So we got both of these to go in the nursery, which would be really cute. We think it'd be a lot of fun, and they're really awesome. They were $5 a piece on Amazon. It's like $4.90 something a piece on Amazon after tax. It was like $5 something. So yeah, we really love those. Super cute. Thought that would be a lot of fun. So next, I'm going to show you our souvenir gifts from Mom and Dad. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is what they got us up in Tennessee. So they went to, I think he said it was like a big candy store, but they got us each, where's the camera? Here we go. These Pez dispensers. So, of course, I got Simba, and they got Nala for my wife. Because, again, we're both big Disney geeks and big Disney fans. And they found these really cool Lion King Pez dispensers, but, like, very retro, very awesome. Let's see on the back here, you got all these different ones here. Yeah, I thought it was just really cool. It's a really sweet thing they got us. I thought it was so awesome. We've got a pretty good sized Disney collection already, and these are going to be great. And that Disney collection is going to go great. Look on the shelf. We've got some new like Disney Funkos. We've got tons of Disney DVDs, but we also have the old school VHS. Excuse me, Disney VHS tapes, the big plastic things that you open. We also have the little, a couple of the little toys that came. It was like these mock-up fake little plastic VHS covers, and you open it up and there's a little tiny, I don't say action figure, a little figurine from the Disney movies and stuff. So we've got a lot of retro stuff, and that's going to go great with our Disney collection. And again, hopefully we'll do a collectibles video soon. I can show you that whole Disney collection, let you guys in on that ground floor and see what we got. So outside of that, that's pretty much about wrapping it up for this week. That's about all the collectibles and stuff that I got. It's about pretty much sums up my week this past week. The only thing really left that I wanted to go talk to you guys about is this coming week, what I'm looking forward to. So Pokemon Snap came out, the new one, and Dachi has already been playing on it quite a bit. And hopefully, maybe if we get some comments going, some likes or something going, maybe we can convince him to do a video talking about his thoughts on it so far, or even maybe do a little bit of a game video if he can stream it or record it, him playing some for us, or show us some of the, if nothing else, maybe show some of the pictures he's got, crazy pictures he's taken on there, and we can sit and rank them ourselves. We do a video where we go through and rank, see who's a better photographer there. I don't get paid until next week, so I will be getting the game and be able to talk about it as well, but not until next week. So on next week's Previously On, I will be able to let you know my thoughts on it and kind of let you know more where that is. But I am extremely excited for it. It looks fantastic. Also, this week we're going to be cleaning out what's right now is our storage room. The goal is that's going to become the baby nursery, where we'll be able to put our Pokemon books and some of our Pokemon decorations and stuff and start turning it into a baby nursery. But right now it's a storage room, so it is just filled with junk that's got to go. So we're going to be cleaning that out this week, so that's something I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to the work aspect of it, but I'm looking forward to the finished after it's done, and then we can start putting the baby stuff in there and get it cleaned up looking nice. So that'll be fun. You know, that's something to look forward to, and maybe share some videos on some progress and updates on how it's going. But yeah, so I think we're coming to about 45 minutes here. Going to wrap this video up. I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining me on this week's episode of Previously On. Going to try to stay on top of this every week and let you guys know how it's going. Bring some more people in, find out how their weeks are going. And yeah, just stay with us. We've got more videos on the horizon, more podcasts, more game videos, more taste test videos, just everything that we can get going for you guys, more vlogs. And just stick with us. Like, comment, subscribe, spread the word, share it with your friends and your family. Get us out there. The more, the merrier, the better. You know, if you got anybody you think would like this or enjoy this, let them know. Tell them. You know, let us know. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you guys later.